It seems that Samsung believes in a foldable future so much that they're willing to make a huge bet for 2021. As yes, we have even more rumors that hint to the Galaxy Z Fold as becoming Samsung's major flagship for 2021. There's some new CAD renders and leaked specifications for the upcoming OnePlus 9 lineup. And after years of mini LED rumors for iPads and Macs, it seems that the transition will happen, but only for a bit. I'm Jaime Rivera, and if you had to pick a comparison that you really want over the next few days, let us know in the comments. This is Pocketnow Daily, sponsored by Subcase. Stick around to learn how you can win an iPhone 12 Pro Max or an iPhone 12 mini. Now let's begin the week with deals as we usually do, but actually today we have some very compelling ones from Samsung, and actually the better ones, and apparently that's going to be the trend for the next week. The company's Black Friday deals have begun with the Galaxy Z Fold2 currently available for $1,000. But hold your horses, you have to trade in an eligible device. And actually, many of these deals require a trade-in to sweeten the pot. For example, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is available for a crazy $550, the regular Galaxy Note 20 for $250, the S20 FE for $140, but again, you have to trade in an eligible product. Seriously, if you're looking for a new phone, go check these deals out. They're actually pretty good. Now, moving on to your usual set of Apple deals, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro is $100 off, leaving the Wi-Fi only and 128 gig of storage variant for $900. Finally, the OnePlus 8 Pro is available for $100 off, leaving it at $799 for 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. We have more deals on the Google Pixel 5, OnePlus 7T, and even more iPads in the links in the description. Now, let's be honest, no company has been copied more in social media than my least favorite one, Snapchat. We see it with Instagram stories, we see it with WhatsApp, Facebook, they all belong to the same company, but regardless, now even Twitter has fleets. Well, it looks like now they're doing it to someone else. The company just launched a new feature called Spotlight, which is basically made to compete with TikTok and Instagram's Reels, but Snapchat got a trick up their sleeves. So Spotlight lets users showcase their 60-second videos, which are focused on memes and jokes rather than your day in the life like stories were meant to. For the viewer, it pretty much works like TikTok, where the algorithm shows you content related to what you've seen in the past. The thing about it is that Snapchat will be paying creators to post them on their platform. They will be awarding $1 million between the most popular creators on the application per day through the end of this year. So if you have a viral video, you might want to get it on this new platform. Spotlight is rolling out to 11 countries, and well, if that's your thing, you can check it out. I just hope they finally figure out their discovery through this, or we'll see. The algorithm will tell. Now let's move on to Apple and its Apple Silicon Macs, because of course, the rumors many months ago were that Apple could probably give us very affordable Macs as a result, because they control now the whole process. That's just happened, but sort of. There's a catch. The latest M1 MacBook Air was spotted in Apple's US Education Institute hardware and software listing, and it's actually cheaper. This was found on Reddit, and it's the regular 8-core CPU, 7-core GPU MacBook Air with 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM for $799. The thing about it is that this is strictly for education purposes, so if you work or study at a school that purchases these, then you might get your hands on one. But it looks like that might be the only way. This is not a variant that consumers can buy simply at a store. And then on another note, Craig Federighi, aka Mr. Wiggle Mode himself, went on an interview and talked about M1 Macs running Windows. Please stop trying to run parallels on them, guys. But anyways, he claims that Windows could run on these Macs, but it looks like if it's up to Microsoft. The thing about it is, Windows RT was put in mothballs, which was the genuine Windows on ARM version, and what we currently have is an emulated version of Windows, so I doubt that it's going to happen anytime soon. But even if it will, could you imagine Windows just obliterating everything else running on ARM with those chips? That would be really cool. And since we already begun with Apple, let's continue talking about the company's future when it comes to iPads, particularly in display technology. We've been covering rumors of mini LED iPads for years, but now according to a new report from Elec, Cupertino is finally planning to adopt OLED displays for the iPad Pro lineup. It seems that there will be a wait though, as we know that Apple is working on the transition to mini LED in Q1 of 2021. The report claims that OLED displays on these will actually happen shortly after, meaning also within 2021. These displays would be provided by Samsung, but it also says that the adoption of OLED could be delayed, depending on the scale of adoption of mini LED. Again, these mini LED displays are slated for Q1, while OLEDs could happen later. This means that Apple might really just upgrade their current LCDs to mini LED and then eventually move on to OLED, at least when it comes to iPads, because we do know that mini LEDs should be happening on Macs eventually. Whatever the case may be, I do believe that this will be one of the ways in which Apple will differentiate the next generation of Apple Silicon Macs and iPads, and hopefully this will also require new designs, because yeah, Apple, these are old. And how about if we shift focus to Android, particularly with the OnePlus 9, as, well, we are hearing that we're going to get an earlier launch in 2021, and that means that rumors are only going to intensify. Beginning with the regular variant, last week we got some CAD renders for it showing a new white color variant and a triple camera array. Now we have a new leak from 91 Mobiles that claims that the two main cameras from these renders should be two 48 megapixel sensors. This means that we'll get a 48 megapixel primary that delivers 12 megapixel images, as well as a 48 megapixel ultra wide. The third and smaller lens, well, apparently will belong to a macro and monochrome sensor in typical OnePlus fashion. Now moving on to the Pro variant, we have some new CAD renders from OnLeaks showing off the new design. From these we can see smaller bezels, a Pacific blue colorway, because I mean it is OnePlus, and the new camera array, which is pretty similar to the one on the OnePlus 8T. The 9 Pro is expected to bring a 6.7-inch display, probably running at 144 Hz, and it will be powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 875 or whatever that new Qualcomm chip is going to be called. We'll keep you posted. We hear it's going to launch in March, but I really want to understand what the logic is for 2021 for companies to launch their phones earlier. Now, before we get to the hottest news, a quick reminder that we have partnered with Subcase to give away an iPhone 12 Pro Max and an iPhone 12 mini. If you're in the market for the coolest throwback case ever, the UB Edge reminds me of the iPhone 4 bumpers from back in the day. It's a matte and scratch resistant metal bumper with elevated bezels to protect the screen and the back, along with cutouts to make all features accessible. It's also modular with a detachable clear back panel in case you want some added protection, all for a crazy price on Amazon. If you want to go fancier and with full screen protection, there's the new UB Royal made of a shock-absorbing TPU, faux leather, and the hand strap. Simply search for iPhone 12 case by Subcase on Amazon to find all their options. And well, how do you win this iPhone 12 Pro Max and iPhone 12 mini? Follow the link in the description and enter promo code PocketNowMax. That'll enhance your chances to win. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with Samsung's plans to reinvent its approach to flagships in 2021. I mean, we have been hearing rumors for years of the company killing the Galaxy Note lineup, and well, now we've got more credible sources telling us more information that goes beyond just not seeing it on the listing. According to a new report from Korea, we might actually be getting the Galaxy Z Fold2 earlier in 2021. The report suggests that Samsung is already working on this phone and it could possibly launch in June. The report also mentions that this foldable could have support for the S Pen like we've heard before. It also reiterates on a report we covered last week that claims that we're getting an under-display selfie shooter, even if we were expecting that to happen until Q3. It also adds that Sammy was able to add in the Wacom digitizer, but it still faced a lot of difficulties with the protective layer, with scratches with the S Pen, but it sounds like the company was able to fix it. Maybe thanks to the new UTG we're expecting. With all the reports of the Samsung Galaxy S21 supporting the S Pen and the Galaxy Note 21 not happening, it seems that the company is ready for a reinvention, but let us know in the comments down below, do you think it's a good idea for the company to just kill the Galaxy Note, focus on foldables on the second half of the year? In my case, I feel it would if they figure out two things. One is water resistance, which Motorola has done with nano coating, and two, the price tag. If they can figure these two things out, I think that they can have a winner, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Follow me on my personal handles to see me speed up as I do the outro, because that's just what I do. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.